Hi class, this is a generic video for any class that is using design software, and it's regarding a resource, a video library currently called LinkedIn Learning. It was formerly called lynda.com. LinkedIn absorbed lynda.com, and for a period of time we actually had students pretty much purchasing this service like a textbook. But we found that there were a lot of problems, so we ended up parting ways with LinkedIn Learning. And presently, it's still useful, so I found a way that students can use it, even though it's not required for you to purchase. Here's how it works, and I'm going to try to make this as simple as humanly possible. And I hate to say this, but all this information is subject to change because these libraries that allow you to access this content for free that I'm going to talk to you about, they could stop offering that content at any time. And there are a lot of libraries that don't offer it. But here's the short, and I'm not going to read through this whole document that you see in front of you right here, but I am going to go through certain parts of it that I think are important. All right. So basically, you need to to get a free membership, you need to create a library account with the participating library. And then you can watch the videos anywhere at all, on your phone, anywhere at all. So what libraries can you go to? That's the major question that I have for you. And here are the two libraries. The North Canton Public Library and the Akron Summit County Public Library. These are the two places where if you go in, physically you have to go into these places, you get a card, you get a pin for that card, and all you need is a link from that point. So for example, this is a link to the North Canton Public Library's website, but down here, follow this link. Really, once you you could ignore all this and just go to this link, but if you go to this link right here for the North Canton Library, you just click that guy and it's going to take you straight out to a portal on what is strangely lynda.com's website, which is weird because, if those of you that were here in past semesters, you had to enter through LinkedIn Learning, but this is actually lynda.com from LinkedIn. It's a mess. It's part of the reason that we kind of stopped working with them. But the bottom line is all you need is your library card number, your library card pin, you press login, and if you want to watch videos on Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, Adobe InDesign, Adobe anything, there's some great resources out there, and they're all up to date with the newest software. And there's also videos on older software and also other miscellaneous topics. So I'm going to be referencing this resource in my class, and specifically students that are having a hard time. You really need to use this resource while it's available. I mean, it's free, and I can point you out to what videos to watch, etc., etc. But make sure you take a look at this document. But for the most part, you just have to. All you need is this link and the library card number and the pin. This works for North Canton Library. There's also a instead of saying northcantonlibrary.org right here, I'm going to add another link to this later that is just the link for the Akron Summit Library. But that's it. And I hope that you use this semester. It's pretty straightforward. I know there's a lot of words here, but the bottom line is go to a library, get a library card, get a pin, click on and save the link for that library that goes out to lynda.com, and you will have access to tons of great videos that'll pertain to any software class you're in. I don't care what software it is, as long as it's a modern kind of design related software, even or even 3D software, etc., etc. There's a whole bunch of stuff out there. It's worth looking at. In fact, professionally, I would definitely keep this information because of the fact that if you're working somewhere and they ask you to do something like make an animation, maybe you're not familiar with that, or whatever, you can just go out to this website and see if there's some videos on it, because this costs the average consumer, presently I believe it's about $60 a month. It might be $30 a month for students, but regardless, this is free. So I hope that you found this video useful, and I hope you download this document and that you go set up a account with one of the listed libraries, with the understanding that at any point those libraries could stop supporting this, but they've been doing it for years, so I'm assuming they're not going to do that. All right, thanks. I hope that was helpful.